Hello everyone, welcome back to this another new video. So right, I'm doing well. So let's begin with the agenda without any further ado or without any further waste of time. So yes, today I was wondering about what to talk. Like there are many concepts which are striking, which are coming into my head, that how to talk, on what things to talk. So I figured out a most crucial aspect of a thing, like how to research. This is the topic, this is going to be the agenda for our today's discussion. So I will definitely deviate from the main topic with the due course of time, and so please bear with me, and if I deviate you can just skip that part. So yes, let's begin. So first we have to understand why we have to do a research. So the research are done for many purposes. It is done doing, people do it for writing a research paper, drafting a petition, or any moot court proposition, and so on and so forth. So firstly you have to figure out on what thing, like, or what is your motive for doing a research. So if you have figured out this thing, then you are ready to go. So now your your task is to figure out or curate, or let's say, or write a simple proposition as to on what thing are you going to research or do a research. So yes, for example, let's take an example. There is a provision of abatement of proceedings by a sorry, let's not take that example. It will go on some different lines. Let's take this example: power of stoppage of proceedings by a magistrate. This is given in, I think, 358 of the CRPC. So yes, so 358 of the CRPC, it means the power of stoppage of proceedings. So our main research provision is, can magistrate stop proceeding under section 358 of CRPC if the whereabouts of the accused is not traced. So if accused is not surrendering and he is out of the jurisdiction, or policemen do not able to do service on him to summon him to the court or to police station, and they do not even know the address, and nothing they know about, they do not know anything about the accused, and the offense in question is a petty offense. So in this case, can the stoppage of proceeding can be done, and is magistrate empowered to stop proceeding in this scenario. So this is our proposition. So now what should you do? For how should you start? If you have SCC platform, SCC online platform, that it is best, or else you can have Indian Kanun and Manupatra. If you have Manupatra and or SCC access, then nothing better than that. So I'm taking example of SCC because I am having that SCC. So you should search first the provision of the case. Provision enunciated in the proposition. So this thing you have to do with every proposition, because in every research proposition there is some provision of any statute inculcated in it. So you just have to search first the provision of any statute. So in our case it is section 358 of the CRPC. So there is a section, or there is a tile of in the SCC database, SCC interface. So it allows you to search directly case laws on basis of provision. So then on that you can click the main provision and all. So after it, there is a huge variety of cases that will come out. So you have to just skim through the cases first and try to find out the case which is landmark on that provision, which deeply discuss about that provision. You have to first do that thing, right? So if you are successful in finding a case which talks deeply about that provision, then you have to read the whole case. If not, you are able to read, or it is extremely wrong, then what you should do, you should read the operative portion. By the experience you can know that what is the operative and what is the ratio of that case. So you should only focus on ratio of the case. So, and the obiter dicta also, because that also becomes sometimes relevant. So yes, so now you have the landmark case on that particular provision, then scan it, then give a thorough reading of it, and firstly try to get knack of the provision which is in question, right? So now you know the provision and how court dealt it, in what manner and what ways. Then if let's say if that in the landmark case the court discussed about 358 of the CRPC, and not particularly about abatement of proceeding, stoppage of proceeding in case of accused whereabout not found. For example, touchwood, you find that the landmark judgment talks about the abatement. Why I'm all again and again saying abatement. Anyways, it is talking about the stoppage of proceeding. So you have to just carve out the relevant paras from it, and use that terminology or use the phrases which seems relevant to you, and try to give a boolean search on it in the SCC platform. So what will happen is, like, when you give boolean search of that particular phrase or word, then the recent cases come out of it, which the cases which used that landmark case, because what happens is in recent cases most of the times the judges cites the landmark case on that particular proposition or that particular issue and just give their opinion adding on to that, right? So you have to just search, give the Boolean search of that particular phrase, then you will get to know the recent judgment if you want recent judgment on that particular proposition and on that particular phrase. So now you are equipped with doing the research, and now you can easily find out the relevant case law. So in that manner you can just carve out the relevant or recent judgments on that particular proposition, and you already have the landmarks, so you can definitely cite the landmark judgment on it. So this is the whole scenario of research, how to do a research, and also this is the thing that I would want to discuss with you today. So I think let's call it a day. So I think pretty much I covered it, and if anything you want to add on to this video, then you are very most welcome to comment on this video on the downside, and please do like the video, and yes, subscribe also if you want, otherwise there is no compulsion of anything, right? So thank you so much, let's meet tomorrow in another new video. Thank you.